Welcome to the Horror Friendly Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Friendly Podcast, part of the You Run Podcast Network. I was just laughing at Tell for doing some weird thing in the background.
I was trying to there was a towel on my radiator. I was like, oh, I'll get that out the background. And I threw it and it landed in the background.
Your face was like, why did I do that?
I was like, I've made it worse. Like, my background's already a mess. I was trying to make it slightly better.
Well,
God
I appreciate
forbid,
it.
God forbid people know I use a towel.
Like, they shouldn't know that. It's too personal.
It's my hair wrap towel. Like, God forbid people know I have to wash my hair. Speaking of, for this film.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Speaking of greasy hair.
Oh, well, should we get straight into it? Should we get straight into it?
It's all a bit of a shit show tonight, so let's get straight into it.
It is. It's going well. Yeah, let's get back on track. Okay, so we have decided to cover the 2020 Spree. So Kurt is a young rideshare driver who is desperate for social media attention that he'll stop at nothing to go viral. Okay, Katie, first impressions on this one. Had you seen it before? Had you heard of it before?
I'd seen it before years ago. I think when it came out on like Amazon Prime, but it came out in 2020. So I think it might have been a lockdown watch. Yeah, but I don't really remember it. It was kind of one that like I had on in the background. So this time rewatching it was like a sort of the first time watching it again, which was nice because I didn't really remember. I knew Joe Keery was really good in it, but I couldn't really remember the ins and outs of it. So it was quite nice. It was like a first time watch.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard of it until I saw it on streaming. I just thought like, I know Joe Keery's a good actor. I like him in Stranger Things, so let's go with it. But yeah, what about you?
Well, no, I hadn't even heard of it, and it literally popped up on Prime because Prime are having a proper horror moment at the moment. Again, we've said this: horror fans are keeping cinemas alive. I wonder if Prime, like, people are getting pissed off with Amazon. I wonder if they're moving away, and so they're trying to get the horror fans in. I don't know. Maybe. I'm suspicious. My conspiracy theory. So it popped up, and again, as you say, like Joe Keery, not John Keery, who's having a fucking moment.
That's his dad.
Like, yeah, Sir John. But he is having like the time of his life right now, like taking out Taylor Swift and in the charts, not literally. And yeah, just with because I actually looked it up. He would have filmed this while on Stranger Things as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, he was really, like
he's
living
a busy
his
boy.
best life. But he also like, it's fun. Like, he's good in this. Like, it's such a different character.
Like, so different, like so far apart. I wonder if that's what kind of like drew him to it, was because it was so different from Steve, because he's like that kind of popular guy. He's kind of a dick at the beginning, but he gets more likable. Whereas this is just a completely different, like unhinged teenager.
And yeah, it's somebody who's, well, I mean, I think that he was said at the end, like when he was at the police, that he was like 22. But it's just like, it's that, like you say, like unsure of yourself. Like, we normally see him really confident, but he just wasn't. He was like asking for help and really vulnerable at points, and instead just getting like shot down, and then he just went psychotic. And that was the thing. It went from like kind of dorky weirdo to the extreme.
Yeah.
And I kind of, there was no like cool guy period in the middle. It just went from one to the next.
It did. Yeah. It was sad. It was kind of like, it was really, I found this film really interesting because like, even probably like 5 years ago, subscribers and likes were probably a huge thing for like YouTubers, Instagrammers, influencers.
Yeah.
But now like likes and, well, certainly subscribers aren't really a big deal anymore. People get their money from like sponsored adverts, sponsored content. Like, they don't get money from really get money from subscribers. So it's funny, like, it was such a big deal for people. Like, I remember there was this YouTuber I was watching. He was being interviewed on a podcast, and he was like, he went to this YouTuber convention, and the first thing people asked him was, oh, how many subscribers do you have? Like, as if they weren't like worthy if they didn't have a certain amount. And it used to be such a big deal. Like, it really shows like the worst in us, doesn't it?
I think it still is, to be fair. Like, I think we're just not in those circles.
Yeah.
Like, and again, we're also now in our. I'm going to take my glasses off. They're too reflective tonight. So distracted. But we're like now in our 30s. But again, I think when you're early 20s, late teens, I really kind of feel for kids growing up these days, because you're trying to figure out who you are with all this extra pressure.
Yeah.
And as you say, like, I think it was worse back then, because even though it was only like 5 years ago, there was, it was all new, and like influencer becoming a job was like an actual like achievable goal.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, yes, it's achievable, but I think people are a little bit more like real to it. And some people have sort of, you know, been like, you know, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And there's like a dark side to it. But we didn't know that 5 years ago because there wasn't enough of it to know the bad. Or at least people weren't talking about it. Like everything was, you only posted the good.
Yeah.
So it was just, yeah. But I really like this concept because not only is it kind of looking at live streaming, and that's like, it's essentially found footage, but in a completely in the digital age. Because, and I love the bit at the end where it's like with the credits and it's going through and someone's like, shall I put it all together and make a movie? And I was like,
yeah,
well, that's how this would have come up. Yeah. Oh, I actually love that.
It goes back to Reddit, and then it goes back to Scream and fucking like stab fandom and toxic fandom. Like it all comes back to that. And it's like everyone just like, if anything happens, like I'm to blame as well. Like if a big event happens, like I'm quite quick to go on Reddit too. So I'm just as much of a part of it as everyone else.
But this is it. I mean, like I literally like was looking through some photos on my phone earlier because I was going to get some printed. And I was like, oh, I never posted these on Instagram, as if it fucking matters. Like it doesn't matter at the end of the day if I post it or not. It doesn't matter when I could post a picture that I took 10 years ago. And it was like, why is that even a thought? Yeah, no one would. Like, you could literally put that in the caption. People always do that. And you're like, why does it matter? Like, oh, I don't know. And it's just so funny that is a line of thinking we have.
Yeah, it does. And like we are to blame, like we are so with it as well. What I quite liked in this film is that there was kind of like extremes of each person. So there was like Jessie the comedian.
Yes, Jessie.
So I can't just blanked. Like she was obsessed with social media in a different way. Like she wasn't like a serial killer, but she was still like so like immersed in it. Like she was recording everything. Like even like nice like moments with her grandma, she was recording. So she was like to blame with it as well, as much as everyone else, in a different way.
Yeah, and again, like she was trying to build her following for comedy, and it is funny though because again, like everyone's like, oh, we film so much these days, you know, because again, like social media used to be pictures and now it's video, so it's again cameras constantly. And like don't be wrong, it's nice to look back. Like I've got videos and pictures of my nan, and
of course.
Now that she's gone, that's nice to have that, but it's still like it's still a lot when you're like there's so much of it all the time. Like you can never keep up with all the posts constantly going up.
Like I've even got
sorry.
Like I've even got to the point where like if I watch a video, I won't watch it if it's longer than like a couple of minutes. Like I also like having subtitles on the video because it's just easier for me. And like who am I? Like saying that out loud is mental, but in my head I'm kind of like, nah, that's too long. Like that's crazy, but I don't think I'm the only one.
I watch everything on 2x speed because I get bored of a 1 minute.
That would have been you, like from the age of 1, to be fair. I don't think that's got anything to do with the internet.
Like it's a 1 minute video, and I'm like 30-second video, and I haven't got the patience to watch it, and I'm like, that is awful, and I know that's a problem. Every week my phone's like, same. You used it this much, and I'm like, I need to put it down.
I know.
Like I don't even and it's but mine's hard as well because like I use it for music while I'm working, which still counts. So I'm like, okay, how much am I actually on it, and how much? Yeah, how much is a problem, and how much is just background noise? I need to get a CD player. Go back to CDs and get rid of
or vinyl or something.
I'll have a record player up here next week. But one thing I did find really interesting because I watched a quick interview with Joe Keery, and I'm gonna butcher the surname, the director Eugene Kotlyarenko. And the thing is, they even said it in the interview, and I'm sorry, as someone with a hard to say surname, I understand the pain, but I'm still not going to get that anymore right. I'm very sorry. Kotlyarenko.
Okay.
And I will try and actually learn that. But when they were building the character of Kurt, they said that they really liked the name Kurt Kunkel because it almost sounded like what do they describe it as like concrete or something, like getting mixed up, and they said that's probably what it's like inside Kurt's brain. It's just like it's a bit broken, it's a bit like constant, and I was like, that's a really good like cement mixer kind of metaphor. But they watched it by like binging cringe compilations and videos from people like who didn't have a big following. So like what people will do to try and get like internet famous, and again like we don't have a big following, you and I do this for the love of it. But I watched a video earlier of someone like dancing in their street, and my first thought was like, that's so embarrassing. And they've got like 275,000 followers.
Well, maybe we're doing it wrong, Tal.
Maybe we're doing it wrong, but I'm still not going to be dancing in my street because, like, it's just so funny where I'm like, what some people are willing to do. And again, but I think some people are just cringy. And you could see from Kurt, like, he wasn't very, like, his camera presence wasn't great. Later on, when he had followers, like people actually watching, he was like getting better.
Yeah.
But like at the beginning, he was a bit, and it was like, well, it's like, I don't know, people watch weird shit. Maybe people would watch somebody Uber driving all day long.
Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of like the beginning where like it was like a drawing and it came together because I feel like that was very kind of like 2007 YouTuber. Like that very much reminded me of like early YouTubers that I used to watch when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite relatable. So it makes sense now that they were looking back at like all these things, trying to be as like, oh shit, that happened, and oh shit, that happened.
It's so funny as well that like I remember early day YouTubes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like that's how old we are.
Well, like, for example, the genius that is in this film when they play Gummy Bear, when he's just about to run over that, or has run over that guy.
Fucking loved that bit.
Yeah, because it was like, that just sums up like early like YouTube videos where like everyone liked that song. Like I remember that from school.
Yeah.
Like for some reason people thought like it was kind of like Crazy Frog kind of vibes.
Yeah. Everyone, like people had their ringtones, people singing it, and it was like, oh, poor teachers.
So I thought that was so clever that they played that because it is so just, it kind of relates back to all of this kind of like, just the start. I know this wasn't based on like the start of YouTube, but like how he sees YouTube, like so through kind of innocent eyes at the beginning.
Yeah. But it's what he would have watched and what he would have gone, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
But that's what they were saying as well when they were watching all these creators. They were like, for every creator that makes it and every who has a huge following and loads of sponsorship and can live and like makes it their income, there's 1,000 that don't. So it's like everyone else like struggling to climb that ladder and like that, you know, they want to know the secret.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually so true. And again, everyone's got a phone these days.
Yeah.
Everyone. And it was just, and then he even said it with like the homeless people. And he was like, they're not even online. They're nobodies. Nobody even knows who they are. And it's like, they've got bigger problems. They live in a tent. Like they're trying to figure out where to eat.
Yeah.
Not,
yeah. Like there's this thing on Sky called New Money, and it's like basically just like explores how people like use this, like how they're now influencers and how they can make money from these crazy things. And it is just mental, like how it's
but it's like, have you seen at Christmas we don't have a fireplace, so we put the fireplace on the TV that loads of people do. It's like a 12-hour but that video, like, because every Christmas it obviously shoots up.
Imagine.
But the money that makes, because somebody was like, that's generational wealth that money makes, and it's the only video on that account. But because of every like winter,
that's smart.
It's smart, but that is like that person's retired, their kids will be fine, their grandkids will be fine.
Yeah.
And that is the thing. These are revenues that our parents didn't know about, grandparents didn't know. This is such a new thing. And you do get like some of the early day creators like Tom Scar and that they've talked about where they're like, you know, there's no kind of guide because none of them, like, there's nobody before them to be like, hey, what do we do? Like, how do we, what's going to happen if we become irrelevant? Like, they're all winging it, really.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
I also like, this is kind of slightly going back to the like kills and things, but a lot of the people, certainly at the beginning that he killed, were like douchebags. They sucked. They were so shit. And I was kind of like, oh, is this how it's gonna be? But it obviously didn't turn out that way because he ended up killing like lots of innocent people. But like, it was kind of interesting.
It was I even text you because it was like the first one where it was just like what do
you mean men like us?
White men. You are white, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're white, right? And then just immediately racist.
Yep.
And then like you can see Kurt like looking at the cameras like, I don't agree with this, as if he's got like 1 billion followers and he has to cover his rep. He's like, you've got 1 follower like at this point.
Yeah. It was weird the way he reacted to that, because obviously he reacted rightly where he was like, no, that's bad. But because he was a villain in this, I didn't know how to expect, because obviously he's like you say, his mind's going 1,000,000 miles per hour. He's obviously not with it. like he's not okay mentally. Like it's weird that he kind of had space in his head for like to be, I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like
I don't even like, I'll kill people, but I'm not a racist.
yeah, well, yeah.
Like I'll kill everyone equally. And it's like, hang on.
I mean, fair.
I love that he knows where to draw the line.
Yeah.
But even he stood up for Jessie when that passenger, Mario, was being a dick.
Yeah.
But was it just because he found out she was famous?
Mm.
So like, was he actually being like not a gentleman, but like actually being like, dude,
Yeah,
you've
just
crossed the line?
because yeah.
Or was it because, oh my god, she's famous? Like, but either way, and then he tried to stop her taking the water.
Yeah.
But again,
so yeah.
Was it because he was like, oh, she might be able to help me? Because he didn't care about the other woman.
No, I think it was more that, if I'm honest. I think it was more like I can learn from her, so I need her to be around.
I need a tag mate. Again, like for like. I always follow back. That's such old link. I remember that when I first joined Instagram. Everything was follow for follow.
I remember that, yeah. Crazy. And all the hashtags, like hashtags I don't think even like they exist on Instagram, but you can't follow any hashtags anymore. Like it's
no. I used to love following hashtags around like because like around Halloween it was for like makeup inspiration.
Yeah,
it was the best way to do it was follow the hashtags, and now follow the hashtags. It was like sad little Chantel like sat there like follow, but it was like if you were like I'm looking for a specific look, it was the way to do it.
Absolutely.
And now how could you fuck do that? Well, you can. It's just a different yeah.
But it's hard to know because he's a very like complicated character where it's kind of like, is he a monster or is he just like the extreme version of like influencer?
Somebody said he's Patrick Bates in the digital age.
Patrick Bateman.
Why do I keep struggling with the word digital tonight? Yeah, it's Patrick Bateman for the digital age. And I was like, I mean, it's not a bad comparison, but
yeah,
he's got a lot more desperation than Patrick Bateman had.
Yeah, Patrick Bateman was quite smooth about things and like the way he killed people. No, he's not. Like he's so clumsy, like being like even when he was parking up at the petrol station and like the police was there was blood all over the floor, but because you can tell like he isn't this isn't normal to him, like he is just a kid that has obviously had a breakdown and doesn't know how to be a smart killer.
Right. Well, he's had this idea and he's not thought it through. He's just gone like, yeah, no, this is the perfect idea, and away he goes. And it's like murder. Like again, I love the idea though, if anyone had been logged in like way earlier in the day, somebody would have just called the police on him.
Yeah,
but like somehow he got away with it.
I know, literally
nearly 24 hours, like absolutely insane. I like because the first half of the film basically just feels like a horror comedy.
Yeah,
it feels a bit like taking a piss out of influencers a little bit. It feels a bit like just that he's a bit awkward. And then it does take a bit of a like sad and dangerous turn. And I think what's scary is we don't see a lot of killers like this though, who are we don't see their vulnerable side. And I'm not saying like you feel for him, because again he is still like doing really stupid shit. But it's I don't know, it's weird. You can see the breakdown and you can see him go from 0 to 100 dangerously quickly.
Yeah, like it's kind of it starts off as like one person, which is bad enough, but then you've got like the 3 people in the car, like the 2 at the back that get mauled by dogs, and then you've got Misha Barton at the front like being killed by I think it was what was it, like a tool thing, what are they called?
Drill.
And like and it's sort of, and he's like smiling and smirking as he kills her, so he's obviously like he's had a few kills and now he's kind of more experienced. He's like okay, I can take 3 at a time now.
Well that again like like you say, it goes from like 1 to 2 to 3 and so someone's got confidence.
But Bobby Basecamp was not helping the situation because he was the only one watching, and he obviously didn't think these kills were real. I feel, or did he know they were real? I don't think he did.
Don't know.
No, I don't know, because he kind of says, "Oh, this is boring," but I feel like maybe he's just mocking him.
Again, I don't even know if he was properly watching or if he just had it on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, what do you think of that?" And he was like, "Oh shit," because he thinks he's just driving. Like, is he even paying attention?
Mm.
And again, that's a really sad dynamic, which actually we see a lot of when people are like, oh, well, I'm older, I used to babysit you. And then that kid gets more successful. And it can happen in any line of work, and people don't take it well.
No.
And it's like something like this is luck of the game. You do have to have presence, but
yeah, and it is sad. And he's like, oh yeah, luckily I'm still friends with him. Like he doesn't see it as, oh, I know it's a bit embarrassing. Like he's so unaware. He's just like, oh yeah, no, I'm still friends with him. It's really good. Like he's so blissfully unaware at the beginning.
yeah.
And Bobby Basecamp, it shows he's like the worst of the YouTube community. Like when he does like he like waves dollars in front of like homeless people and like pranks them, and it's like you are the worst, because people have done similar things like that where they do social experiments in public, and it's like, stop fucking with people.
And you shove cameras in their face and like, take the money, and it's like, oh, that's gross. Absolutely
Yeah,
gross.
it is gross.
But
He like is it's like he is YouTube culture, like the dark side of YouTube culture. Like we've seen it ourselves. So yeah, it's interesting.
He's
like he blew up, but he was making really like toxic like content, whereas if anything it should be the other way around. Like Kurt, like before he was killing, he was just driving a spree car, like like being, I don't know, it just
but again, it's one of those where like Bobby obviously thought he was too good for him.
Yeah.
So he was just like, like really arrogant, really rude, and it's all that, isn't it? But again, we see it a lot. You do see it with child stars and especially early YouTubers who like got success and then pulled the ladder up behind them. So, and especially when they were younger, because they almost felt like, oh, well, it's easy because they succeeded by 18 and they didn't realize other people were like fight. And again, yes, I think it is hard, and it is weird seeing that portrayal and him being like, I'm just trying. But and again, like half the internet thought it was fake. I loved the comments. Like they were so good. Trying to read them all was insane. But yeah, they like half of them thought it was fake. And then he was having that mad shower scene.
Oh my god, I know.
Fucking brilliant.
At that point, did he have Bobby's phone, or did he just accumulate loads of followers?
So, because he went to there was like the screen with the ring light and the mirror. Yeah. And then he was like, I'm going to put you on my feed. And I don't understand that.
All right, base campers, all you guys out there, I know you must be kind of confused and stuff, but do not worry, spread the word, because this right here, this is an official takeover. All right, you guys, I'm redirecting the feed to my channel. Oh, guys, what's up? Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
No, clearly, I'm not good enough with social media. No. I didn't understand how so Bobby was live, he was live, and he somehow swapped their stream to his stream. I'm going to need someone to explain to me how the fuck to do that. I'm assuming you have to be.
Yeah, maybe
like
you have
I link the devices. I don't know. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
But yeah. He basically took over, he merged the streams, I think.
Yeah.
Or he might have just taken over Bobby's, but it was still under his name.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, the shower scene was crazy. Like that, he was like fully psychotic at that point.
That was his switch.
Yeah.
Like he'd already killed several people, but that was the switch.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because at that point he's killed the kiddie babysitter. Although as well, I love that they made him a babysitter.
Always the babysitter. Always the goddamn babysitter.
Yeah.
Like Joe Keery could never not play a babysitter.
Looks after his kids.
He looks after not this so well this time.
No, not this
time. He learned. He's now a better babysitter. He's got a much higher survival rate in Stranger Things.
Absolutely. Yeah. I also liked. I know the blood was a bit too red, but I quite liked the gore. Like at the end, like I thought, like I quite liked. Well, we'll probably get to it, but like the ending scene where like she eventually like Jesse runs him over, like that's quite gory, I feel, and like I think it was quite effective.
Didn't he run Jesse over twice?
I think she moved out the way.
Because at one point, I'm sure it like bounced at least once, unless she put like a rock there. I don't know, because I was so confused how she was running into the car. I was like, "Weren't you just run over twice?" Yeah,
maybe. But you know, with these final girls, like they can go through all sorts.
True. Yeah, and it's again there was a few bits that the SFX wasn't great. and there were some great bits where it was. So I was just like,
Mm.
again, it was a bit of a mixed bag. But
Yeah.
they
What
did
did you
film
th-
this really quickly, though. Sorry,
It's
completely
okay.
interrupting, but I think they said
Okay.
it was within 2 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. I
I think it was like
guess
2
so. I
weeks
suppose it's
prep and
not a
like
huge budget.
no, but they also, because it was literally on those cameras that was filmed, and then they obviously had to do the work afterwards.
Mm.
Because I think Joe Keery was even saying like having to hold the phone.
Mm.
He was, but it was quite natural because he's like, we're also used to holding your phone if you're actually like on a video call or something. So that wasn't too weird. But then when he's like turning it and trying to keep someone else in shot, but he can't even see the screen.
Mm.
But yeah, so I was like, that's actually does make sense, because if you're just in that scene in that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they'd like film a
Mm.
bit down a road, turn back around and do that bit again a few times. Because that was it. I was like, somehow the director's watching and then he'll have to get feedback. But
Interesting.
yeah, I just thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's probably more complicated than it seems.
Yeah, it's probably the editors who were like, for fuck's sake. So
But-
many camera angles.
Yeah. But before we talk about Jesse, I mean,
Sorry.
we got to talk about the main man, the person that you sent me a screenshot of.
Who knew David Arquette was in this?
David Arquette.
Playing an asshole. Like,
Yeah, weird.
weird.
I was thinking, I don't think I've seen David Arquette in anything else other than Friends and Scream.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
I love how much we love him, and we're like, what else has he
Well,
been in?
he was Phoebe Stalker and Friends, and then he
Yep.
was Dewey. That's enough.
What else do you need to know about the guy?
Yeah, weird. So it really spun me off seeing him, because I was like, oh, he's not in films anymore.
Yeah, but this was it, because I was like, he's obviously so well. There were quite, like you say, like we've already named a few people who were in this. It was like, what the fuck? Like everyone
Yeah.
popping up. But yeah, it was just, I wasn't expecting him, so to see him so quickly was funny, and then to realize he was playing a dickhead, he was probably quite fun. But also, he wasn't in it loads.
No, he
So
wasn't.
again, it's like they've got some really big names in this for essentially cameos.
Yeah, his character was very interesting because like Kurt was very much like, oh, my dad's a fucking asshole, but like I felt like in a way he was, but he also felt like there was a tiny part of him that did also like want to bond with his son. Like his parents had obviously split up. He's obviously had a bit of a thing where like a middle-age crisis where he just wants to go out like with all these people 20 years younger than him. And like he was like, oh, come to the club. Like I know he was forcing him to pick him up, but like I wondered it maybe those two aren't too dissimilar because they both don't have anyone.
Yeah, but
don't
I
know.
also think we were supposed to, we're supposed to understand why Kurt is the way he is
Yeah.
when we meet his dad.
Mm.
And obviously, and again, like we don't even really see the mum until the end. Like we don't,
You just see a dead body.
which we'll come back to in a second. But like, but that was it. We're supposed to understand. Oh, his parents divorced, and then his mum was working, and his dad's a driver. And I'm like, unfortunately, that's not a unique story these days.
Yeah.
Doesn't explain a killing spree.
No.
But we're obviously supposed to understand his background
Yeah.
for that. What was his mum called? Margaret.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Angela! Did you do this? Did you kill her? What did you do to her?
Because he walked in the room and was like, Margaret, and I literally went, who the fuck is Margaret? Because I was like, we hadn't met a Margaret.
There's no Margaret on the cast sheet, so I feel like maybe she was an undisclosed character.
We didn't actually meet her alive.
No, we just heard her voice, didn't we, at the beginning
Yeah.
when Kurt ran back into the house.
Yeah. We literally saw her go back in. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
it. So I literally
Yeah.
said, who the fuck is Margaret?
Angela!
And then it turned out to be the mum. So
Justice for Margaret.
Angela!
but it was so funny because I was like, you can't introduce a new character now. There's like we're at the end of the film.
Like 5 minutes left.
Also, what was the dad doing at the house? Because that wasn't his house.
No, there was like indications that he was on drugs. Like maybe he
Yeah.
went, like he was like high and then went to like his like ex-wife's house or something. But no, there was no explanation. Like why was he
No.
there?
And then he just
That was
burst through
weird.
the doorway and was like,
Angela!
Margaret. And I was like, you didn't even come in the front door. You came in like, I don't even know where you came from. The kitchen? Like it was very, very weird.
Yeah,
I
very weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
But we'll
why
go back
was
to
he-
Margaret.
Yeah, we'll go back to her. But like, why was he in his ex-wife's house? I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And
don't
who is
know.
Margaret?
That's the message we're taking away from this film.
It's okay. We know who Margaret is now. She was
Yeah.
the mum.
Angela!
But yeah, I was just so thrown when she suddenly rocked up.
I had a bit of a love-hate, not hate, but relationship with Jessie. I felt like she was good and she was quite a funny comedian. She would talk a lot about like being a woman and like how that is in society, which I liked. But then I kind of weirdly got a bit defensive of Kurt when like she was using her stand-up to kind of make fun of him. And you would think like doesn't she promote like equality and like kindness? Like it's weird that like I really loved her stand-up. I think she's genuinely very funny, but like I don't know. I it kind of took it away from me when she was like, "Oh, I just looked at him and I pitied him," and I don't know.
I got sad because of the driver, the spree driver. So he was all like,
"She's talking about you.
Big following. We should share tips." And then he was kind of like soft begging, like, "Oh, please, Lord, tag me." And it was so sad and pathetic.
It was very, yeah, like you say, it was very personal.
Very.
But also that comedy set, she even said it, she was like, I can feel the air's a bit tense.
Yeah.
Because I was
I
like,
loved
yeah,
that speech.
It was a good speech. I was like, but it's not a comedy set. But also I think because she was, and again, not every comedy set has to be 100% jokes. That's not what I'm saying. But she also then like broke her phone and walked off stage. I was like, was that set not like 5 minutes? I was like, if you're the headliner, you're not meant to be up there for like 20, like 20, 30 minutes. So it was very, and again, I know,
like a power move.
Yeah, they obviously weren't going to show the whole thing, even if she was up there for half an hour.
Yeah,
they obviously wouldn't put that in a film. But it did just kind of make me laugh because I was like, that was very, come on, slag a guy off, move on.
Yeah,
and it was
Yeah, Sashir Zamata, she's an actual comedian as well. She's an actor and comedian, so she's been on a lot of like SNL stuff, which was quite interesting because it did come very naturally to her, like stand up. So I did wonder, but I thought that was quite cool that they got like someone like for the most part she was likable, but there was just a part of her that I felt was quite very obsessed with social media, but at the same time like a bit I'm better than you kind of vibe sometimes.
I think she was very brash the right word, but also because we saw her in some really shit situations.
Yeah, that's true.
However,
there's nothing wrong with a strong woman either, so
no. And again, I think it was maybe it was just that like she was being a strong woman, but they were just sometimes again when it's like the strong independent woman doesn't actually get portrayed that well because unfortunately people don't always write female characters great.
No.
So I think, and again, it was hard to be like, she's a great comedian when the one bit we really saw was actually a monologue. So it was a bit hard to... the bit I did find quite funny was when she was talking about the charcoal mask being being an excuse for people to do blackface. I was like, but did that mask give permission to be in the film? Like, they're probably... Did they know?
The charcoal mask.
But did they know that was the joke that was going to be made about it? And I was like...
Well, I bet they're like shitting it now.
Well, to be fair, it's probably not the first time they've heard it.
No, true.
But it was when she was like, "Look at this little white face, like laughing and smiling," and I was like,
"She's loving it."
So this is actually hilarious. Like,
I know what you mean. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, that I didn't like her. Like, maybe that's wrong because she wasn't put in situations where you would be like, "Fuck you!" Like, I want to get out of this car. So maybe I'm being too harsh.
No, the only part where we really got to see Jessie as Jessie was when she was with her grandma or Nan, and even that was like on social media.
Yeah.
So we only saw a little bit of her actually interacting with her again because it was all cut from socials. But maybe that's the point. Is like what you see on socials isn't what is real. Because other than that, she was having to tell guys to leave her alone constantly, and then she was on stage. So actually, there was only a brief scene where she actually got to relax a bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because then she had Miles, who was the other comedian, who fucking bombed on stage.
Oh, he was a dickhead.
He said something like, "Oh, but isn't porn weird?" or something.
Fucking porn is crazy. I always think about, like, who are these people who are, like, commenting on porn? Do you know what I mean?
And it was just the way he delivered that line was so funny.
So porn. I wonder if he's an actual comedian as well, and just like, I'll be a dickhead. That's fine. But then again,
he was like creeping over her, and so okay, I'm starting to like Jessie more and more now we're talking about this. But
it is that she's put in positions where women have to be unlikable. Like we have, like men do not understand the word no. We have to say fuck off, and it makes us. True. Oh, you're so cold. I have to be. You won't leave me alone.
You're a creep.
I've already said no 15 times. Like. And the same with like Mario in the car. She just had to keep set, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, leave me alone. I can't understand with that. But even to the point, like when Miles was like, oh my God, that was amazing. And then she kept saying, like, get the phone out my face. And like he hadn't listened to her speech. And then he was like, yeah, no, we're streaming. Got to keep it going. Got to keep those numbers. I was like, everyone's obsessed. Like, yeah.
I know. Like she's on a break. She's on a hiatus from this social media. And like people are just, that's what I mean. Like you can't get away from it. Even if you're not on Instagram or something, like you can't, like people tag you in things. They're like, they're around it constantly. So yeah, I guess that showed that she just can't escape it.
It's everywhere.
But she does have a break from it when things start to kick off.
Oh, if we meant the bit right at the end, I was like,
yeah,
that's
but she does return to Instagram in a very powerful way.
That fucking beautiful.
Okay, I mean, should we talk about it?
We can. As I said, we're skipping all over the place, but that was an incredible return, incredible sign off, and incredible return.
Yes,
it was that whole bit at the end because, as we said, they obviously all got run over. But it was when he put up the poll and it was like, fuck, marry, kill. I even messaged you. I was like, that turned dark very quick. Because again, like because I don't think Kurt was like unlikable for most of the film. He was just awkward and weird. Like, yes, he was a killer, but again, it's a horror film. We expected that. When it got to that bit, I was like, that's a different level. And like when he was like, oh no, we're going back to my home. I'm a lover now. We're going to make a sex tape. And I was like, oh, this is taking a really fucking dark turn.
Yeah.
Imagine the audience that you and me could get if we just plussed our audiences together. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the numbers
me out right now.
For a leaked sex tape? That would be unbelievable.
What?
And it's like having sex. We're beyond having sex at that point. We're like making love. Like real love, though. Not like disingenuine love. It's cool,
Where
right?
are we going?
I'm taking you home.
This is not the way to my fucking house, Kurt.
Oh, no, not your home. My home. My home.
And at which point, yeah, you're rooting for Jesse.
Yeah. Like I felt like as well, Kurt like stopped talking and like the whole time he wouldn't shut the fuck up for like 45 minutes. Like he was saying like, who's following me? Like constantly talking to either like passengers or his followers. And he just stopped talking. Like he did the fuck, marry, kill silently. He like killed his dad and his mum like without saying a word. It was almost like he just completely lost himself.
That's actually, yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Mad.
Yeah, no, that whole ending was crazy.
Know. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're so rooting for Jesse and all the comments are like, make sure he's dead. Like the classic horror film trope.
But even that, I was like, that's the same audience of people who just voted for him to kill her.
Yeah.
And then she gets one up on him, so they all flip sides.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know. I guess that's social media toxicity. Like
that is it. But she even picked it up and like, you're all watching this, you're all sick.
Yeah.
Like, call the police if you know where we are. Like
exactly. Yeah. No. I mean, I guess I don't know how the police got there. I guess one follower did call the police.
One must have, yeah.
Yeah. One fucker.
Or at least like 5, and then the police were like, well, this is suspicious that several people
this isn't a prank call.
Like it was just madness. But it was so the bit that did annoy me about that scene is when she's watching Kurt like kill his dad, and she keeps flipping the camera around, so you see like what's happening, and then you see her reaction. I'm like, I understand reaction videos, but right now we don't need to see your reaction to a murder. I just thought that was really weird.
That was weird. Like you wouldn't do that in the real life. I mean, maybe like just to I don't know, like to show the followers that she was still alive. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? I would say if you're filming something to be like, oh my, this is the most shocking thing I've ever seen, you don't flip the camera to be like, oh my god, did you see that? Like because she also wasn't streaming.
That's brand new information.
I just, that was the only bit. I was like, why does it keep going back to her face? I understand as a film, they want you to see Jesse, but like as a concept,
no, that's weird.
Yeah, that took me out of it a little bit because I was like, that's not how people would stream this. You're watching a murder and you'd be like,
yeah, that's true.
OMG.
Oh my god.
It's the like, Gina Linetti shock face, like.
But like that's the thing, like as a horror fan, I wanted to watch that kill in full. So that was kind of annoying.
Yeah, we're dark bitches.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they're like, take the selfie, $20 to take a selfie. And I was like, that's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
Also because Mitch wasn't watching the film with me. And then turned around as she was doing that. And she was like, what is he? And he was like, what is she doing? And I was like, oh,
Out of context, that is
Yeah,
weird.
out of context, it was really bizarre.
Yeah, I was really bored. Like, I liked that, and then I was like, that wouldn't make Instagram. Like, that would be banned.
Right? I was like, no, that blood
Yeah.
would have to be blue. Like,
Yeah, like that wouldn't, like, he is like now known as like the spree serial killer. Like, he wouldn't be able to have his dead body on Instagram. But that was me taking it a bit too seriously at that point, I think.
well, I don't know, because obviously she'd have posted it before
Yeah,
he
before
was
he
known
was
as,
known.
because that's what I love is, like, again, we got like small hints that there was this spree killer about. Obviously, we knew who it was.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would have banned it immediately,
Mm.
but it wouldn't have still been up when she returned to social media.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe like she posted it for like a couple of hours or something, and then
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
I'm
But it was
taking her
still a
head.
fucking power move.
Also, one incredible power move. Can imagine, again, out of context, if you hadn't been watching the live stream, and then all of a sudden this comedian you love has just uploaded a selfie with a dead man, and you're like, I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what have I missed?
Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Didn't she just have a show tonight? Like, now she's killing a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something needed to fill in the gap there. It was so
Yeah,
funny.
definitely.
Again, I'm thinking
But
too
yeah, it
literally
was
about
good.
this.
But I love the credits as well. Like, the music started, and I thought the music was perfect.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you saw kind of how Jessie evolved afterwards, and she became like quite successful. And
Yeah.
and then you like, and then you see all the news about Kurt and like his old videos, and it's quite. I think it was quite a cool credit scene.
I also think because that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
Again, the
it
really
is.
horrible side of society
Reddit.
and
Yeah.
humanity and Reddit. And again, as soon as someone, oh, they've done something horrible, and it's, oh, actually, I really liked his stream. Like,
Yeah.
best stream I've seen in years.
Yeah.
And it's
Like, I bet
like,
his channel had, like, if it was real, he'd have like millions of followers now.
which is so, because again, he's dead. He's not gonna be able to post anything.
Yeah, but it's for the like the
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
he died with what he wanted.
Exactly. Yeah, he
Like,
got what he wanted.
it just literally took him death. Although
Yeah.
apparently, Joe Keery still posts on that TikTok from, apparently, where was it? It's
What? I will
despite
have
the
to put
movie.
one up.
Despite this movie coming out in 2020, as of July 2022, Joe Keery still is posting on TikTok as Kurt under the account Kurt's World.
Excellent.
I don't know if
Well,
he just did it in 22 like a one-off, or I'm gonna have to go. I don't have TikTok. I'm gonna have to go find it.
Yeah, you might be a bit busy now, to be fair, but
Yeah, maybe. He's got so many like personas.
he does. Well, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes, because he's doing another film that's coming out this year called Cold Storage, which is like a comedy
Yes.
horror. So maybe he is turning into a bit of a, a horror icon. You never know.
Again, he is having a moment, and I
He is.
think they're going to jump on him. I think he's
Yeah,
going to be
I
in some
think
big
so.
films coming up.
It's going to give like the Jenna Ortega treatment.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I was trying to think of like who, and I was like, yeah, actually, that's a good comparison.
yeah.
But again, he's loved, and he seems really unproblematic, which is a nice
Yeah.
change for an actor. So
Yeah, he seems like a nice, likable person, a good
Yeah.
actor. Like, you're gonna want him in like good films.
yeah,
You can see him in like a Scream film or something.
you could see him in Scream. You could see him in a lot of like
Yeah.
blockbusters and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, I like that he's done stuff like this, which is like a complete challenge and not something I think a lot of actors would take.
No.
Because again, we were joking about the greasy hair. Apparently, he was like, "Yeah, I literally had like a tub of, I think it was coconut oil, but he was like my own personal tub. He had to keep applying." And again, like a lot of actors don't want to look bad
Mm,
for an entire film.
yeah.
Well, I mean, he did have a shower, like slightly
And his
cleaner
hair was still greasy.
I
How
was
is
like-
that possible?
I was like, "Is it wet? Is it green? What's happening? Did you use shampoo or did you just get wet? Like, what happened?" Yeah, so it's So I think it says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, no,
does.
I'm interested about to see the next one.
Mhm.
We've skipped over a few of the kills, but what did you think of the water bottle technique?
Good. I thought it was great comedic timing when they were like, "Oh, have a bottle of water," and then it skipped to a video of him showing people how to inject.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was just very clever. But yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, whenever I'm in an Uber, I certainly won't be drinking the water.
Right.
But yeah, no, I thought it was clever. I mean, it tied in well with the spree lift. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think whoever actually edited this did such a good job, because things like that, those little details were brilliant.
It was really good.
Hey, why don't you help yourself to water back there? We'll be there in no time. Help yourself to water. Just constant,
Constant.
like take the water. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved it. I loved the 3 where it was like the 2 out of the sky summary. If you did say about that one earlier with the drill, but yeah, again, just like stupid kills that I loved. I thought they were great.
Yeah, like the dog attack. Like I didn't expect that. I thought maybe there would be like I was building up for it to be like a massive thing that's going to like decapitate them because obviously there was that scare at the beginning of them nearly happening to them. But it was just fucking rabid dogs instead.
But again, I thought it was funny because obviously his cameras weren't up there. We didn't see it. So again, it was just little things like that. And I was like, that's clever because actually you wouldn't have had that angle. Even though they had their phones, so we were seeing their angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I know there was an actual editor on this, but the idea that somebody did go around and get the CCTV and all that, and I was like, that would have been one hell of a project.
Yeah.
Like to have collected all of this together, but like it would have been brilliant. But again, they even were saying they're like, we need somewhere to get photos for the gram, and like me looking amazing next to this, the dump. And then the DJ Uno do like, next to the taco truck and all this. And I was like,
yeah,
it's so true though. It happens everywhere.
Yeah, it does.
Next time we get tacos, we're going to have to get some pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the DJ, like, okay, cool. And I thought at first she wasn't even going to eat any like food, but we wouldn't do that. We would obviously go and eat the food.
Yeah, we would absolutely be photos of us eating our Everyone else looking really cool and we're just like devouring our tacos. But fuck her waking up and shooting the copper.
Yeah, crazy.
I just love him being like, thank you, God.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, God.
Did not see that coming.
I know, everyone just ran away and he was like, I think I got away with that.
That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that was good.
I like as well that we actually didn't see the kill when he took over the other. It was no longer Spree. Go-Go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see that kill and then suddenly he's in that car.
Yeah, that was really
good.
I
was like, oh, I like that. I like that twist.
He had a bit of blood on his face, I think, or his neck. So it was like, it looked almost like that guy had fought back a bit. Like, yeah, I thought that was quite effective.
The writer and director said he did 40 all-nighters writing all the comments and usernames that appear throughout the movie.
That's brilliant.
Which is fucking impressive.
Yeah. If it was me, I would have got like a group of like teenagers and just been like, how would you react to this?
Yeah, just add your test audience. Just be like, right, type out comments as you go.
Yeah.
Because again, I liked the variety of comments because there was always someone being like, is this fake? Is this real? And then someone like, yeah, kill him, hit him harder.
Yeah, I know.
Fake blood. It was like literally all the extremes.
Yeah, all the extremes, like all the different personalities of YouTube.
Yeah. So I missed that. So when Kurt heads to Bobby's house to confront him and Bobby about not promoting his live stream, and he says, I've got 7 kills so far. He actually only had 6 at that point. However, he had already killed his mum, but we didn't know that.
Very clever.
Mum was the 7th.
He killed her first.
He did. So that was, I didn't catch that.
I didn't.
No, this is how good my maths is. I couldn't even count to 7.
I was like, yeah, sure. I've seen all
yeah, sure. He's got 7 kills. Of course he does. Like none of us actually checking.
Nope.
Wow. No, I like.
Yeah. Really.
So
cool.
yeah, I didn't know what I was going to think of this film, but I actually did like it a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, definitely. Like it was nice to watch it properly rather than just a lockdown watch where you're kind of on your phone. Like it was nice to actually appreciate it properly.
Yeah, ironically, for the film that it is, you do need to not be on your phone.
Yeah, it wasn't a good.
Not you, but like everyone.
Yeah.
But it's only got a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which is what I was just checking. But yes, so what was your favorite spooky moment, and what are you giving it spookies out of 5?
I'm gonna give the gummy bear moment my favorite spooky moment. It's just so good. So good. Like he's just run over this guy and then you just have no idea what's about to play, if anything, and then they play that. Like you don't expect it, and I loved it. Spookies out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I really liked it. I definitely watch it again, but to me it kind of just sits in the middle. Like it doesn't wow me enough to be one of like my faves, but I definitely like, especially like since what you've told me like about behind the scenes, I definitely appreciate it a lot more. And Joe Keery's great, so yeah, solid 3 for me. What about you?
I was gonna say the sunroof bit, but I've already just mentioned that.
You can say it. It's our podcast. I
can say that, it's fine. Yeah, or the mental shower bit, because I think again that's when you see him change.
Yeah.
And I think, although it was a bit awkward, and he was like, "You want to see my boner?" And like, I was like, "Oh, no!" And it was like, sounds really stupid, but again, because I was like, "What's going to happen in the comments?" And I was like, "God, this feels like a real live stream." At that point, I was like, "Please don't." Also, because I think at that point you just felt sorry for him. But yeah, so I liked, but again, it was when he had like the blood on his teeth and everything. And I was like, that looks so good, but at the same time, you can see the change in his whole personality. I think I'm going to give it 3.5. I think you're right. I think it's kind of in the middle, but I would definitely watch this again. I don't think there's anything else like this, because again, I think it fits so well into found footage, but in such a different way.
Yeah.
And we've had like Zoom call killers and everything else, but taking it out into the world. And again, because you could see this happening.
Yeah.
And you could see the reactions and everyone like, yeah, killer. And then swapping sides and then him becoming famous after death. Again, if he'd got locked up, he'd be fucking thrilled that he suddenly had millions of followers.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he'd be so happy. But the fact he isn't alive to see it.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to feel sorry for him.
No.
He killed several people, including his parents. But yeah, so I just think, I think it was a real good reflection of kind of like what could and would happen in this situation.
Yeah.
But yes, so that was our spree episode. We'll see you again. Oh shit, what have I forgotten?
Would you survive?
Oh shit, would we survive? Oh.
I do tend to get a lot of Ubers, so I feel like if spree was a thing, I probably would, but I wouldn't drink. I don't think. I don't think I would drink their water. But would I not after seeing this film? Or do I just think that? I like to think I wouldn't. But then he probably would have found a way to kill me.
Because I don't get a lot of Ubers, except when we're together, and normally when we're drinking, which means although I wouldn't have drank the water, although I would have drank the water if I was pissed, I'm more likely to have been the one where he was like, "Hey, I know this weird place," and I'd be like, "Yeah, let's go there. Let's go on a midnight adventure." So I feel like I'd have easily got trapped in the sunroof. However, if again, because he's playing into his ego, I wonder if we could have been like, "Oh, we have a podcast," and he'd have been like, "Oh my god, share me." But we don't have I don't think we have a big enough following to survive.
Well, it's better than his.
One little Bobby. So maybe if we'd been like, "Oh, this is our spree driver, give him a follow." Like,
I think if we were together, we would fucking beat his ass.
As long as I didn't drink the water.
Yeah, and as long as you didn't go up in the sunroof and got attacked by Cujo.
I never drink water.
Me neither. What are you talking about?
That thirsty bitch over here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe we'd have to play our cards really right.
Yeah. Like I said, even if I didn't drink the water, I think he would find a way to kill me anyway.
Yeah.
Or would he? I don't know, but it's not worth taking the risk.
Yeah, I think he was like intent on killing everyone unless you could do something for him. So unless we happen to be talking about the podcast, and he'd be like, oh, hopefully, and like we just have to pretend it was really big.
Yeah,
and we're really hugely successful.
Yeah.
So
which we are.
When in public, pretend we're amazingly successful so that we don't die.
Perfect.
Well, on that cheerful note, we will see you all in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow for follow, and all that bullshit that Joe Keery will tell you to do. Not Joe Keery, poor fucker.
Kurt Kringle.
Kurt Kunkel.
Kunkel, not Kringle. Chris Kringle.
Anyway. Until then, don't die.
Don't die. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.
That's it.
Oh, fuck it. Don't worry about it.